of you had such a pretty pencil box when you were little? Oh, I see a lot of hands, great. Well, I had one too when I was little, and I could draw with it for hours. And when thinking about elementary school, I remember sitting at my desk, opening the metallic lid of this box, and then I was met by the sweet wooden smell of those pencils. And one thing I especially enjoyed doing was sorting them according to their color. So first I picked the yellow one, then I picked the orange one, then the red one, and so on, until a beautiful rainbow pattern appeared. Well, my drawing skills have improved over time, I'm happy to tell you. But one thing remained the same, and that is my favorite color. It is red, till today. But what about our favorite color? How do we pick a favorite color, and what actually drives those preferences? Well, in fact, we layer a meaning and a feeling onto it, mostly taken from previous experiences. So what do you think is the world's most favorite color? It is blue. And in this case, researchers believe that people attribute a positive memory onto it, such as a clear blue sky or an idyllic ocean. As I just told you, red is my favorite color. But ladies, have you ever wondered why men sometimes have a hard time helping you pick a red lipstick? The reason is, women and men see red differently. Yes, you heard right. Researchers discovered the ability to see red and all its related shades comes down to gender. There's actually a gene that allows us to see red and all its related shades, and that gene is linked to the X chromosome. Because women have 2 X chromosomes and men only have 1, they're equipped with a better ability to see red and all its related shades, whereas men don't necessarily see much of a difference between ruby and apple red. So ladies, bear with them the next time you go shopping for colorful outfits, namely red ones. Different colors evoke different emotions, and they can also help us memorize things. In order to illustrate that, I would like to do a little experiment with you. I therefore ask you to all grab that piece of paper and the pen that was placed on your seat. We're gonna have a little bit of fun now. Okay. Did everyone find it? Good. Okay, before we start, I'm assuming that all of you know what the WhatsApp logo on your smartphone looks like, since you use it every day. Okay, I see nodding heads. Great. So I'm asking you to draw exactly that logo onto your piece of paper, and you can start now. And don't peek on your phones, don't peek over to your neighbor. Just try to remember what the WhatsApp looks like. Well, since you use it every day. Should be a piece of cake. Okay, 3, 2, 1. What have you got? Well, I don't think a lot. So let's look at the logo. Well, from the noise that's going on in the audience, I'm assuming that this wasn't an easy task, right? But to comfort you, I did the same experiment with a couple of random people, and this is what they came up with. So you see, seemingly so easy, but difficult to execute. And that is because we remember things mostly for their color and not necessarily for their text, their symbol, or the number. So we have it, the hidden power of color. Speaking of smartphone apps, a while ago I came across a guy on the internet who claimed sorting his smartphone apps according to color was a game changer for him. He insisted that this approach helped him be much more efficient, and he found his needed apps much faster. And this is how we color sorted them, the green app icons together with the green one, the blue ones together with the blue ones, and so on. And this actually started quite a controversial discussion on the internet, some finding this approach very smart and helpful, and others just utterly useless. So I was intrigued. Who is right in that debate? Of course, I had to try it out. And this is what my smartphone looks like today. You see all my apps are in color-coordinated folders, and let me tell you, it was a game changer for me too. I find it much easier to navigate this way. But does easier mean more efficient? I did the math. On average, we unlock our phones 110 times a day, which is a lot. Now, assuming by rearranging our smartphone apps, we gain 2 seconds because we find them faster, and it's very fast one too, it's not a lot. Well, let me tell you that by the end of the year, you end up saving 22 hours just because you rearranged your smartphone apps. So I encourage you to try it. This, of course, is pushed to the extreme, but it shows how much of an impact colors can have on our lives. So colors are a fascinating subject, and they can also impact on how we feel. So how do you feel about yellow? Yellow is a very cheery and bright color. Yellow is like the good friend that you want to have in your team, the one that is always positive and fun to be around. But people, there is a reason why you never see yellow in the interiors of public transportation. The color yellow can actually make you feel dizzy and nauseous. And for this reason, you almost never find it in airplanes. Colors are all fun and games, but they can also play little tricks on our minds. A coffee shop with light blue walls was so tired about hearing their customers complain about the cold that they painted their walls orange. The temperature stayed exactly the same, but the complaining stopped entirely. And that is because certain colors prompt a warmer feeling when we look at them, whereas others have a naturally cooling effect on our subconscious minds. A scene from a black and white movie is much easier to be remembered than a film made in color. Let's look at this picture. What do we see? Well, we see a lot of gray and black and white and buildings and rectangles and not a lot going on. But as soon as we add color to it, the entire thing changes. The picture instantly becomes vibrant, full of energy, and we suddenly attribute a positive emotion to it that we didn't do before. So we have it again, the hidden power of color. Because the previous exercise was so much fun, we're going to do a second one. But you don't need to take your papers, you can put them down again. I just need to focus you on the next 2 slides. And you will be seeing a black dot in the middle, which will help you to focus on the picture. So I'm asking you to really look at the screen at all times until I tell you to do otherwise. So we're going to start with that one, a beautiful black and white scenery. You see the black dot in the middle. And to make it a bit more fun, we're going to add colors. And it's actually the inverted colors of the original picture. So here, let's focus on that image. Just look at it and focus on the black dot in the middle for a couple of seconds. Don't look away, really concentrate on that picture. A couple more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What did you see? Well, you saw color, even though it's a black and white picture. And there is a scientific explanation to that, which is called chromatic adaptation, which I'm not going to explain today. My point here is that our brain always and all the time craves color, and it will add it where it deems it necessary. This, by the way, is the original picture, and these are the colors that you thought you saw before. Colors are quite important in our lives, and they have a big impact. I'm going to give you a number first. 62 to 90%. What does that mean? Well, did you know that 62 to 90% of a first impression is made up due to color? When people meet for the first time, the majority of their impressions are made up of color recognition. Researchers found that people wearing bright and friendly colors are more likely to form positive bonds compared to people wearing black and neutral colors. When I entered the stage and I stepped on that red carpet, The majority of you people in the room made a subconscious judgment about the colors I'm wearing today. They can be good, they can be bad, doesn't matter. But you made a subconscious judgment even though you didn't want to. Your brain forces you to make a judgment. And that's quite impressive, I find, where we have it again, the hidden power of color. So let's go back to our early days, since our childhood. Colors play a vital role in our lives. But now you may wonder, how can you use that hidden power of color to your advantage? It's very simple. Number one, be more efficient. Colors can help you be more efficient. Color sort your wardrobe so you don't waste time in the morning picking out an outfit. Color sort your smartphone apps so you find your needed apps much faster. Or the next time you ask your children to tidy up their Lego bricks, ask them to color sort them first. This way, it will not only help them develop their sorting skills, it will also give them a sense of achievement. Number two, make a lasting impression. Pick a color in the morning that helps you in what you want to achieve that day. Going for a job interview, wear that navy blue blazer because navy blue inspires confidence. Want to make a lasting impression on an audience? Make sure you include a mix of popping colors into your outfit, and it will make a difference. And number three, simply be aware of the emotional impact that colors can have. The colors that you surround yourself influence your perspective and your emotions as well as those around you. Colors are also a way of communicating without words, and they play an important role in conveying information. The importance of color, however, isn't always obvious with some level of self-reflection. I therefore encourage you to use that potential power of color to not only make your life a little easier, but most of all, a lot more impactful.